The Princess and the Starlit Garden. Once upon a time, in a kingdom where the stars shone brighter than the sun, lived Princess Elara. She was known not only for her beauty, but for her fierce heart and curious mind. Every night, she would sneak out of the palace to sit in the Starlit Garden, where flowers only bloomed under moonlight. One evening, as she sat by the glowing lilies, she heard a gentle melody drifting through the air. It was a song played on a lute, soft and sorrowful. She followed the sound and found a young man sitting beneath the silver tree, strumming with his eyes closed. He was not a noble. He wore no jewels, no fine silks. Just a traveler, perhaps a bard. But when he opened his eyes, Elara saw a kindness and sadness that drew her in like a tide. "Why do you play here, so far from the city?" she asked. "I play where the stars can hear," he replied. "And maybe someone brave enough to listen." They met night after night. He told her stories from lands far beyond her kingdom, and she told him of a life trapped behind gold walls. They laughed, shared secrets, and slowly fell in love. But the king discovered her nightly escapes. Furious, he forbade her from ever leaving the palace again. Yet Elara, bold as moonlight, refused. She stood before her father and said, "I would rather live a short life in love than a long one in a cage." Seeing her resolve, the king relented, on one condition. The bard, whose name was Kale, must prove himself worthy. Kale left to complete 3 quests: to bring back the firefly jewel from the underground lake, the song of the silent mountain, and the tear of the moon. Years passed. Many thought he had failed. But Elara never stopped waiting. One stormy night, Kale returned. Worn, scarred, but smiling, with all 3 treasures in hand. He had done the impossible. The king, astonished, granted him permission to marry Elara. They wed beneath the silver tree in the garden where their story began. And every night, they danced under the stars, knowing their love had defied fate, time, and even kings. And so, the princess found not only love, but freedom, with the one who had listened when no one else dared.